It just works better if I use vocals at this
That's
point.
fine, Zane.
You just put it at the start.
Okay, now we do a little bit of a pause, and then RJ, you can go. You can start. You can do whatever. Your intro for episode 2.
Okay.
Damn, girl, you don't have to wait so fucking long. I said a small pause and then start. Sweet fucking Christ. Can you please, for 2 seconds?
I'm sorry. It's just okay.
About to put her foot in you.
Hi everyone.
Yeah, but this time you didn't even
Welcome
wait
to the
for everyone to be
show.
quiet for 2 seconds.
Well, welcome to 4 Times the Shenanigans. It's just your illustrious host, RJ. We have B. We have
Yay,
our lovely
Kayla's
Kayla
back.
with us today.
Hello, I'm
Yeah.
back.
And our wonderful Taco, who has cussed us out because I play a little funky, and it's all right.
Look, you cussed me out the last game, okay?
Please no. I didn't mean to
That's
stress you
so
out.
real.
I apologize.
Listen, look, when you have 2 people who love Stardew very much and play it all the time, and then you have yourself who's more of a casual player, it's, why are you gonna press new? I was scared.
Oh, wow, Blackberry.
I was scared. Jax.
Concernicus.
Very concernicus. There was a lot of yelling involved.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
There's a lot of stress.
A lot. Just a lot.
Yes, hi everybody, I'm back. I'm sorry.
I mean, technically, we also didn't see you for your month either at the moment.
Yeah. It's already out. There was one episode.
The first episode
Yeah,
isn't
let's
even
just
out,
say that she
Kayla.
got
Come
the
on.
Let's just say she got the suds. So,
Well, we don't know when those things are coming out at this point. It's
suds.
whenever.
anything.
Girl, I hope he remembers, because I sure as shit don't. We were too busy yelling at him to go to the left. That's all I remember.
We were trying to tell him which way to go, and he told him to go to the left, and he went to the right, and I was ready to flip my computer over. That takes like a year, but I was tempted.
I like how we were also supposed to be talking about community, and like in the middle of it, we were like, and this is why you need community to guide you in the correct direction as you go left and not right.
I was literally like, and this is why you need community to put up with your bullshit whenever you're fucking up. Look, I was stressed and I was like, let me just roast him over the fire real quick because that's the only way I'm gonna leave the itch to drive over there. What is
RJ,
wrong
have you
with
met everybody in town? I'll take that. No. We're literally talking about community. You didn't even go even see the
No, go back
community.
down. You just ignored seeds.
I don't think you can get the
You
butterflies.
see that little, you see the squirrel, little fiber. That's not it. That's red. You see that weird looking fiber.
The one that looks like a fan that goes puff to puff to puff. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Are you playing on a gamepad or are you playing on your laptop?
Come on.
I was gonna say I hope you read up on the controls so we don't have a control problem.
Because you were struggling.
I've never heard of Stardew until y'all. I never played it until I saw
Right, we told you about it and you were like, that sounds so stressful.
it. Sounds more stressful.
I mean,
it can be
Yeah.
stressful if you're trying to do a 100%.
yeah, if you're going for like specific goals, then yeah, it's like stressful. But like if you're just there to like chill and play along, it's not that bad. hope your next game that you do is The Sims and you do the baby challenge again. That was fun. Hell yeah. Let's
We gotta do the funny name.
yeah, let's start with 100 because I feel like 100 is difficult. We can make it more difficult where it's like you can only have a certain type of man. Oh yeah, that's true. Just a baby farm.
Y'all can't see it or hear it, but I am absolutely kidding now. I love this freaking song. Or Stardew.
Jax, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Taco was getting on the Jags before we started.
My 12-year-old man.
Oh, also, apparently, we noted in the last episode when you weren't here, Kayla, RJ chose red hair and green eyes, which is every, your name situation ever. And then I went on a tangent about having green eyeballs, because I do actually have green eyes, and it's not all that it's cracked up to be.
With her fiery red hair and her emerald green eyes and fair skin.
That's it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, basically, you should have named her Jolene.
Jolene.
I was gonna say, why did you make her pale as shit? The complete opposite color of what you is.
I mean, I was just going with the flow.
You made a white woman. A white woman Stardew Valley. Some Schwite people. We got some Schwite people tendencies. White. Oh, like whipped cream. Cool whip. Cool whip. Cool whip. Cool whip. Cool whip. Whip. You gotta put that like extra season in the back of your throat and you gotta be like, whip. Right click, RJ. Girl, right click it.
Yeah, and we were calling it all the different names. Honestly, still to this day, my favorite one is 2319.
You mean your cousin? You look exactly the same, RJ. You and Elliot look exactly the same.
Well, they do. I ain't gonna do that.
Matter of fact, we met during quarantine.
For like hours.
We met during quarantine.
Did we? No, we didn't.
Well, fuck you too, Jody. Shit.
Yeah, right.
Kayla, you and I met during the Durmstrang server, and I'm pretty sure that was when I was still in college, because, Saber. Yeah, so it had to be 2018, 2019, yeah. So, yeah, right before the Panda replay.
2019 when I met. Except for RJ.
Right.
Best friend and I are not best friends.
Saber and I met in college and became, like, inseparable, and then Saber introduced me to Kayla, and then Kayla introduced me to everybody else. So it's weird.
Kayla introduced
and we've been friends ever since. So basically, like, what?
5 years.
I was gonna say 5, 6.
6 years.
I think when we all met, my brother.
And by all intents and purposes, pun intended, Beeve and I are roommates.
You guys.
I think my favorite part of that whole server we were in was me and Genevieve's OC would constantly be in small arguments because my OC were.
Oh, yeah.
were his.
Well, okay, so in that server, everyone was pretty okay until, like, it wasn't, obviously, but, like, my original character was a nurse, and your original character was one of the professors for Wizarding School Durmstrang. I just played, like, the workaholic nurse, essentially, so, like, everything that didn't make sense for any, like, physical fitness reason was, like, what was the point? And Kayla's character walked around all the time in heels, and my character was like, that's so dangerous, you're gonna get your heels stuck in that arch, and then you're only gonna be able to wear heels. How the hell do you run in them? And so that's how, like, their whole shtick became, like, constantly at each other's throats, but also enjoying the fact that they were at each other's throats. It was funny, but it was weird.
They became really good friends anyway, and also I think she actually showed
Yeah.
the nurse how to
Yeah, she did. It was so funny.
Yeah. And then your and my character met through, like, what was it, like an infiltration or something? Of,
Oh, I don't remember. I remember meeting Honeysuckle, like, right? Because that was yours, Honey something?
yeah.
Honey Chai? I only remember our characters interacting, like, once or twice. Because there was other shit going on.
But they officially met each other and, like, came to, like, an agreement with each other during this, like, it was supposed to be like everybody did a meeting in the, what was it? It was like a lunch area, a cafeteria or something like that. And then, yeah, and then a big battle broke out with a whole bunch of different creatures. And
Oh,
shit.
the
Like,
trolls?
organization attack. Yeah, they were attacking.
Maybe they were
Yeah, they
Yetis,
were
yeah.
attacking. And then, what is it? What did I name my character other than Honey Chai? Kaylin? Tilda, yeah, Tild. Tild Honey Chai. Yeah, Tild was like, because Tild's not human. Tild's not fully human. Tild's like half ghoul. Tild was just throwing them ones.
Why would you throw
while casting
that
spells.
forageable away? You need it for the Junimos. You didn't even keep. You had
If
2.
I
You
treat
didn't
it as
even keep
background,
1.
if I treat it as a background in a movie, I'll fuss at him less. So I just try not to pay attention.
We were too busy talking about one of our community things, which was Durmstrang.
Yeah, but those Yetis came in, and then, like, Beeve's character was fucking throwing sharp objects and everything.
Well,
um,
the reason I was throwing it was because my wand was my entire arm. Because I decided to be different. Yeah. Well, I think you threw a heel at it because it was going after one of the kids and you were trying to distract it. Like, I remember it was for distraction purposes.
yeah, Tilt turned one into a chicken and ate it. I remember that. They were, Tilt was like throwing hands and casting spells with the wand at the same time. And I can't remember until, like, was making sure Tilt was okay after, and then
Probably.
lab where Smidge was. But they met, and Smidge was just like, "You'd make an interesting specimen." And after talking about Till being a ghoul and how it is to live as an half ghoul, they were just like, "Why don't we come to an alliance, an agreement?" And they just became friends that way.
Yeah, my character was Schmidt.
I forgot. It's been a long time.
I think Taco taught something about ghouls.
Yeah, supernatural, other supernatural people, like other
Yeah.
creatures that could work in their way.
Can you please get the reward? Thank you. Well, I mean, like, even before that, I was in a couple of, role-playing things online that had their own, like, websites and stuff. And, like, it was a real big, prominent thing when we were growing up. Like, I remember in high school there were several servers for, like, werewolf roleplays, there were several servers for vampires, there were several websites for, like, larger roleplay action things. AOL was a huge thing. Okay, I'm probably dating myself, but AOL even helped kickstart that. So, like, to us, this was, like, a huge part of, you know, half of who we were. Like, granted, some people probably in high school were doing this, but, like, also, a lot of people in high school weren't being bullied, so... Like, I distinctly remember starting several different RPs on several different, not only Discord server RPs, but just, like, on our roleplay RP website. And so, like, these are just part of the community. This is just things you did. This was very Tumblr-esque also, I feel. I feel like if you were on Tumblr, you kind of know about the roleplay and stuff. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's super funny because like you were so in love with the characters that especially you were so in love and enamored with the characters when I finally put them through angst. I put Hazy through top tier grade A quality angst, and you were like, "I'll never forgive you."
I think that is exactly because I distinctly remember Taco brings it up occasionally and, like, has it as a trophy, essentially.
That was like one of my best stories yet, okay? I plotted that whole plot and the whole background reveal that I plotted that for like a solid month and a half. I was so proud.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember Ilver Morning. Yeah, I was about to say, for anybody that's not privy to all the nerdy talk that we're doing, it's Harry Potter.
This all started based on Harry Potter. But I got into that, and that's where I made my OC to live at Katori, where most people in Discord know me as just Katori. Except for y'all. Y'all know my real name. Y'all know everything about me. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
I became good friends with Saber and a few other people, and then made them strong and then I got over to this other server, and our OCs became friends.
Hazy.
Violet and Hazy.
Sweet
Wait,
Miss
who
Hazy.
invited you even over there?
And the West.
Not Saber. Who?
To American Horrors? No. It was someone.
Yeah, but who was it? Were they in Durmstrang too?
No.
Who was it?
Yeah, they were in Durham.
No, that person wasn't in Durmstrang. I was friends with that dude on TikTok before we ended up moving to Discord. To
What
make
was
a
the TikTok
server
tag?
again for-
What was the TikTok name?
That was, yeah.
Was
I
it
don't
the
even think he's
dragon's
on there
head?
Damn.
anymore, so I don't even remember.
No, never mind. I'm just curious. I just wanted to know.
Someone invited me into that server. That's why I'm talking.
Yeah, distinctly. RJ, can you please click through? We've been on the screen for a hot minute. Thank you.
Right, he's busy listening to the tea. He done got distracted.
I'm sorry.
And then all of us would spend like hours.
Well, yeah, we were bored. We were all, at the beginning of. Yeah.
Bored in the house, then we in the house, bored in the house, then we in the house, bored.
We're also trying not to, lose our insanity either. Oh, yeah.
God, that was so hilarious.
Child away. Among Us took over for like.
I think we were all.
BB, you remember when Logan kept getting
I'm playing Among
blamed?
Us. Excited.
Logan
I
kept getting
really
blamed
play
for
with
being
y'all.
the imposter, and it was me every time. It was either me or Bree every time. That shit was hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Silent killers. And it goes back to me like not long after.
Press the button, RJ.
Yeah. I'd have to make sure you weren't ready to end it all. You didn't need I didn't need to try and call you just to find out you did Chinese drama style dash your head against the wall because you couldn't take it no more. I was worried.
It was fun. The only time I think we got off the phone during those 12 hours is when
Yeah.
Logan called me. That makes sense.
Right. I talked to you so much that he knew me.
He knew this person that I had known online.
He's like, what you mean? And I'm like, exactly that.
I mean, I would say we got really lucky with the way that we met online and have an online community because not everyone gets that. Durmstrang was good until it wasn't, and that fell apart really fast. And then, other servers we've been in other communities, as soon as one little chip happens, all of a sudden everything is just exploding or going downhill. So you kind of gotta... I'd say we got really lucky, especially because so many people groom children and stuff over the internet now. Thank God we weren't kids.
The amount of times I've literally just if I call this person out because I didn't say the right time and I don't have proof, it's gonna be a hope and not proof. There's worms in the ground, best friend. There's worms in the ground.
Girl, a hoe, not a pickaxe.
If you don't turn to the plow and stop using that damn pickaxe,
Use the thing that you are good at. Yeah.
because a good majority of them were problematic, and I was just like, girl, it made no sense for there to be so many people that were more problematic than there were.
Yeah, that is true. They were kind of trying to one-up each other on how problematic they could be at one point, and I was like, good gravy, we need to jump ship. There's a difference between lifing and being a genuine douchebag, though.
Right.
Yeah.
What ticked me off the most is it felt like I was speaking a different language when I was telling people things that was going on.
I mean, one person completely, screwed you over, too.
Right.
Yeah, gotta get closer.
You remember BB that one time that person was like having people listen on a phone call because I was venting. Then they got mad because I said something. It may have been mean. Listen, I'm a Capricorn, but it was also true. So the only thing I could apologize for is that they took it that way because I'm not sorry for what I said. It was
RJ,
true.
what are you doing? RJ, what are you doing? There's 14 turnips.
Yeah.
Why are you eating them one at a time?
Story of go to the Silver Star one. Eat the Silver Star daffodil.
No, don't eat the daffodil. You eat those.
Not really.
Yeah, for the Junimos.
You only need a regular one. Yeah.
Right.
Again, it's just par for the course when you're trying to build a community and build and like create a quote unquote family, whether online or offline.
Yeah, because I mean,
Even if they're not completely, even if you like are in a community and you don't have people that are completely like-minded, it's okay.
Right.
As long as you know their morals don't go into deep depravity. And by depravity, I mean like against human rights in any shape or form. You know,
we don't want to be a part of the Jeffrey Epstein community, if you catch the grift. For starters. We also would like to be out of the really tiny mustache community as well, if you catch that drift as well.
Right.
I mean, and we've all like watched each other grow into like more people than we are now. I mean, y'all see me go through the school for 6 months. Ugh, I failed that test twice before getting 30
If at first you don't succeed,
Try again.
dust yourself off and what?
Yeah.
Try again.
I mean, you can cry about it first for a little bit and have a pity party, but yeah, you eventually gotta get back on.
Right.
Ideas.
Are you stuck, RJ? What is happening in your brain right now?
He's too busy listening to T. I could tell you. He is. He's listening to T. That's all. He said, and I quote, "What's T?" Yeah. Even though it's kind of funny because he did hear some of like a chunk of this like secondhand from me when he wasn't there.
I was gonna say, I thought he heard most of this from you because you told him when we went to the wedding.
Oh yes, but some of it I was.
Yes.
I was there for that one. That one pissed me off to leave.
No. The tea before the wedding.
He saw me crying and he was like, "I'm ready to commit heinous acts of crime." I was just like,
Arson.
fuck them. There's no difference. There's no use into it. I was so bad.
I was ready to commit 2 felonies and a misdemeanor. Okay.
But the wedding was fun to see everybody in person.
I knew the charges. I knew the time. I was like, she's so little.
I got to do your makeup, BB.
And then I felt really bad because I got heat stroke. Well, I felt bad because like it was super hot that day, and I felt bad because I had to ask the bride's dad to drive us all back because I was not feeling good in the middle of the happy hour section. So I'm sure he was very upset.
Today I am still mad that their driveway had a steep incline like it did.
Yeah.
I felt like that was an accident waiting to happen. I was in like 4 to 5 inch platforms. I was ready to die.
I mean, it's not like it's their fault because it's just the person who built
It's
it.
not their fault.
But
I was there, whoever
dead
did it,
ass.
they need to get whoever.
Dead ass, like 75-degree angle or more.
Yeah, I was like.
Yeah, middle of summer,
Anything else?
in the middle of Florida, in the middle of
Yeah,
nowhere.
whoever it was back on the phone and tell them about themselves because there was absolutely nothing that made any sense.
If you made a place that's
Mhm. Mhm.
somewhere in the middle of Florida.
Yeah, there were a lot of middles that just did not work out very well.
It really felt like that drive-through, that driveway was built with malicious intent. I can't prove it, but that's exactly how it felt. Because why was it built like that?
Yeah, but that was the time. That was what we were supposed to be doing at the time.
I remember that.
Oh. I remember which one that
She
is.
starts strutting it, and I'm just like, come here, girl. Put that face in your wall. She even did the little twirl at the end.
Yeah, it's fine. It worked out great.
That was the whole point. I said it softly
Yeah.
into the camera, into the mic, so just for that reason.
Wait, RJ, you met Mom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Damn it.
I think the first thing Taco said when we walked away was, I didn't realize how tiny
She's
Boo
so
Boo
tiny.
was. She's not no more. In a good way, though. I love her.
Taco, did you start a timer? If not, I've been keeping an eye on the time.
You know, I meant to ask you that before we started, because I wasn't sure because you did it last time.
I mean, technically, last time I just kept an eye on the time too, so it's fine. I got it. We'll finagle an hour out of this. No, it's really not. Stardew, you can be like, wow, look, I finally made it through the spring season, and be like, oh my god, it's 3 a.m.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is when I play Sims. Oh yeah, next time I should definitely play Sims, and we should name all my children.
There's an A to Z challenge with giving birth.
No, I remember coming across someone that was doing the making the Sims challenge, and they were trying to like, I don't know, they were trying to have a whole bunch of babies, but they were trying to make the genes better for the for like each generation.
Outbreed the inbred, you mean? Yeah.
Yes, the inbred.
You should do a challenge, Kayla, where you do 100 babies, but you can't have the same baby twice. So if you have a full human baby the first time, the next one can't be human at all. Like, it's gotta be you plus something completely different. Well, I mean, if you do like one human, one mermaid, then you can go back to human again, but like you just can't have the same one back to back, you know what I mean? I mean, that could work. But like, you have a baby with another human, then you have a baby with an alien, then maybe you can't find anyone, so you have a baby with a fairy. Then you have another baby, but it's with a human. Because there was still like something in between it, it still counts. You just can't have one in succession. Oopsies.
Until we got home from the hospital.
I think you showed me that.
Yeah,
back from the
And
hospital.
their birth certificates are different. If they're alien, their birth certificates are like their middle name and their
Yeah,
real
that's
name.
pretty cool.
Cool.
Did you meet everybody this time, RJ?
I think
No, I'm trying to find the
Well,
last
open up
person.
your inventory thingy dingy and look to see who it is. Yeah, you have to say hi to everyone in the... What would you call it? The valley? The village?
The valley, I guess.
Scroll a lot up. Well, yeah, that's how you know who you can date. Because you can date these people. Scroll. You didn't say hi to Gus?
A crime. I'm still upset.
Gus is
that,
literally in one
Concerned
fucking
Abe-
spot, brother. Leah's
Still upset
understanding.
that Concerned Abe won't make him dateable. Gus and Willie, give me the older men.
Correct.
No, because if we could, I'd steal Caroline from Pierre because fuck
Yeah, same. Where are you going? Yeah, in spring flower petals will sometimes spawn lying around. In winter it's leaves, or not winter, in fall it's leaves, in winter it's snow when it rains.
They fall asleep.
In summer it's only rain,
Summer is
and then a thunderstorm as well. Where's Discount Robin?
red.
Are you talking about
Yeah.
Leah?
I don't know what Discount Robin is.
Where are you going, RJ? Go say hi to Leah. She's down there by her house, probably. It's spring. She ain't by the ocean yet.
Hey, Robbie, you okay?
The freaking Baba Goat. We have
Tornadoes.
and I even messaged these that day. I'm like, hey, are you okay? Like, I heard there's tornadoes up there. And they were like, yeah, we're alright.
Yeah, we're in the Tornado Valley area of the United States of America.
America.
And B was like, twins. I'm like, I know we twins.
Twins.
Where have you been? Yeah.
I should make a video on TikTok saying how I got my favorite tornado story about myself, and y'all have heard it about 500 times.
Yeah.
I saw someone else in my state make one, and I'm like, I should tell mine.
I mean, that's another thing, too, that I feel like really helps when you have a good community, is when those things do happen, like tornadoes or like hurricanes. You have, you know, a community of people who can, like, not just help, but also know your pain of, like, losing your house and losing all of those items and how scary it can be. So, like, a lot of people say that when a tornado comes through your actual house, it sounds like a bullet train ripping through your house. And then, yeah, it sounds like a train. So those of you who don't know what a tornado is or why it's scary, when it hits straight. So, like, it'll hit... If you go into a ditch, it doesn't go down into the ditch, it flies over it, because it has to be in a straight line, essentially, with the ground. And then, when it hits your house, and if it hits anything else, it literally tears through it because of the wind, and it sounds like a freight train. Like a train is rushing by as fast as possible. So, not fun. Also why it's super important.
Don't forget the sound of snapping trees.
Yeah, that too.
And falling. And the falling of the trees. Both sound horrendous.
Yeah, you can kind of tell.
The birds are quiet.
You can usually figure it out when you're like, oh shit, this one's a foreman. You can either A, see it in the clouds, or B, everything is just completely gone, and you're like, well, shit.
If you have a really good sense of smell, you can also smell it.
You can smell it. Versus like a hurricane is those you have to evacuate from because of not only the water, but the winds and everything in between. Yeah.
It's also rough whenever, about how especially if you're disabled, elderly, or just, you're carrying kids with you.
Right. Right, and then it's like, how late did you evacuate from the situation? So, like, are you going to be driving in the middle of the evacuation process, or did you evacuate fast enough? And then it's like, okay, well, if I didn't evacuate fast enough, now I'm driving in the storm, and is the hurricane or tornado literally going to rip my car in half? Or if you don't have a car, you're hoofing it. You ain't getting far, you know what I mean? Yeah. We're also in the season, we're also in
Hurricane Michael. It's the Hurricane Michael. I have to deal with my 12-year-old doggy, Jax, being absolutely terrified of bad weather. Because we didn't have any evacuation, but we were down in our house. We had the generator ready and everything. Trees fell all over the place. There were several trees. There was one that completely uprooted itself. You could see the roots, all of the roots and everything, dirt clinging to it. It destroyed one of our gate, a part of our gate in the backyard, and we had one fall over in the front yard, and then down all through the block we had several trees fall down. It was so weird because a nice tree environment where it's like, even though it's like super hot out here, and there was a lot of nice trees to keep the temperature from being past 105. So it felt like there was I don't know who it was, but they were angry and held a magnifying glass over our area. But like there was a lot of down trees. So for like at least a day, there was limited ability to move around. Like if you had to drive to go check on people, the whole community came together and we got to work with whatever chainsaws, machetes, axes, whatever, and we were starting to remove trees because there was so many fallen trees that I'm pretty sure to this day in the areas where there's no inhabitants, where there's no people, they have not gotten those trees up. Yeah, it took like I think like half a month to an actual month to get up the trees where everybody was living. And that's with the communities like each community, each neighborhood coming together and removing the trees.
Because I remember
and we didn't have electricity then either. We literally went like 2 weeks without electricity, without water. The only thing that we had energy wise was the generator that we got.
I had no power.
Yep. And since I was the one with the car, that was fine and easy to navigate through all the fallen trees, the debris and everything. I was the one driving around. Went to his house several times.
Well, I mean, again, it just shows the importance of, like, you need more than just yourself. Like, yes, you want to be an individual, but at the same time, you have to be a community-based individual, is how I like to put it. Where it's like, you can have your own thoughts and your own feelings and your own opinions, yes, because that makes you uniquely you. But you also need to have that thought process of, is this going to affect all the people around me? And if the answer is yeah, and everyone's gonna die or it's gonna affect everybody in a bad way, then probably don't do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you kind of gotta, it's no longer, we gotta get away from the thought process of, like, sacrifice a few for the many, because obviously we've been doing that for so long and it's not really working out. So it's time to sacrifice nobody for everybody.
Wait, RJ, what was that noise?
Right. Like an each one teach one.
Which noise?
It sounded
Oh,
like
that
Oh,
was
that's
the-
him hitting. Yeah, that's him hitting wood
Oh, that's the time chopping wood.
with his axe.
Yeah, that's the axe. Isn't it? Isn't it fun? There's so many good noises in Stardew.
What's so funny is that I introduced Stardew to Beeb and RJ, and Beeb was like, "I'm not sure. Maybe I'll like it. I'll give it a shot." And then she watched me play it, and then I let her play, and she's like, "Oh, this is addicting," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Well, I'm not gonna, like, be one of those people who's like, yeah, of course I'll play whatever. You gotta get closer, RJ. There you go. Who's gonna, like, pick something up that somebody recommended and be like, yeah, I love it, and then throw it in the trash later. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. And I wasn't
no,
sure how
but
much
I
I
just
would
loved
like
how
farm
when-
games at the time yet.
I just loved how when you first tried it though, I was just like, I'm sure you're gonna like it with all the noises and stuff, because especially after you told me that you liked Animal Crossing, I was just like, oh yeah, she'll like that.
I know this is not about community, but
What?
you know what I just thought of? Remember when I was staying at my aunt's house and I
Oh.
put the phone charger and I was like, oh my god, you're getting my charger. And you were saying crash, crash, boom, boom, and I'm like,
Oh, that time you slipped and fell, I laughed at you so hard.
I'm moving back into that same house.
Oh, that's the house you're moving back into?
Yeah, and you know how, even though it's tornado season, it already sounds like a train, or a train track.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, you're so terrible.
I mean, at least you weren't like the one girl who was like, I have to charge my phone at 97%.
My girl knows exactly why you can't get off the phone. Like she was just like, alright, and then it took us like 3 seconds as she was getting off, and then she clicks off, and we all go like, did she say 97%? Yeah, we know exactly what she's going to do.
She's gonna do something with her husband.
She's gonna go have an in-depth conversation.
Yeah, a very in-depth, invigorating, deep conversation about finances.
Life. About life.
Deep, stimulating conversation.
Literally, I hear you going, oh shit, my phone's on 1%, and I'm like, then your aunt like calls you out because you're trying to say no. And it's like, yeah, she fell.
This is very riveting gameplay, RJ. What is happening? Why are you holding the sapling? The sapling. The sack over your
Isn't
head.
that technically the remote throwing ant? That's what I remember her for.
Remote throwing? Like she threw a meteor on your head or something? I mean, could be worse. I mean, call me when you get China thrown at you and like, you get real good at dodging in a throwy household. Go up, RJ, you missed it.
If I could say anything,
You missed it.
that the people that sit there and do that to you in your community, you can also throw it back.
Not like throw it back like shake ass. Like throw it back like throw the thing back.
Last few years she hasn't been so bad. I think because she's kind of
Yeah, usually as they get older, they like.
She's
to have
not in
these
her
things.
arm. She's not in her throwing prime. 50s isn't that old though.
Yeah.
Plus, I think
Almost 50.
Probably.
I mean, the reason why she was being mean towards you was because of the fact that she was jealous that you had your papa's attention more than she did.
Also, I feel like when you hit like the upper 70s, early 80s is when you can be like, yeah, that person is kind of old. Because like 30, 40, and 50, you're like, okay, you know, middle-aged. You're not super old, but you ain't super young no more. And then you start to hit like the 60s and you're like, alright, now you're getting up there in the age category. And then once you're in your like late 70s, early 80s, you're like, alright, now you can check it off, I'm old. I mean, I think I'm old and I'm only, 30? But it just feels weird because now a bunch of children are like, if you were born in the 90s, you're dead. Like, I wish.
It's super weird. Like if you let children tell it that you're ancient, you were here with the dinosaurs. So
Right.
I mean, I only take what they say with a grain of salt.
No, but have you seen the meme about, hey, when were you born? Oh, 2000s. And then they change that person into like a baby with really horrendous Photoshop. And then if someone's like, oh, 19, and then they change that person into a fucking dinosaur.
They don't even let them finish. All they hear is 1909, and it's just
It cracks me up so much.
They just hear the 19.
They hear 19, and then it's doo 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 doo. It's so funny. Oh, it hurts because I'm like, yeah, that's my age, but at the same time, it's so good. It's that one I'll allow to be hurt too.
No, what gets me though is that, like, even with all of that, why do they say that we, as in like millennials and stuff, can't dress, but they're wearing the same clothes that we were wearing?
Nah, because
in
no,
the early 2000s.
we can't dress. Excuse you. Have you seen how you look? Y'all motherfuckers look like you are supposed to be some kind of disgruntled, discarded Tekken character that doesn't know where they're from.
I don't wanna hear.
Like,
Right, I don't want to hear that I can't dress when you're walking around in a sweatsuit with a shiesty that matches the thing and a purse. I don't want to hear that. And then you got loafers on. I don't want to hear that I can't dress. I'm walking around in leggings with platforms with a skirt and a nice shirt, whether it's tucked in or not, but I'm eating, I'm serving cunt. What are you wearing?
I think for
I can't dress if you're wearing underwear outside.
No, I can. I can wait. I can wait quite a while because I'm
wait.
terrified.
I can
Like,
wait because
I can wait. It's all right.
they're raised on cocoa melon, and
them being
from what I heard,
teenagers
cocoa
scares
melons
me.
become cocoa felons. That
Do you think they're gonna get their driver's license? Not your brother, obviously, but like the unfortunates. I'm not even gonna call them like alphas or whatever the fucking next one is, betas, whatever the fuck. They're just called the unfortunates at this point. They're a series of unfortunate events. That's what they are.
If they can make it that far, if we ain't blown the smithereens by then, then sure.
Yeah, but like your dad and your mom are your age and older. Or his dad and his mom. Yeah. Right, so
y'all were in the
obviously
same
fuck.
yearbook. I'll never get over that.
Ew.
Yeah. Also, how are you gonna tell me that I can't dress well when I have at least a color coordinated or pattern coordinated fit? But then you're over here with really tiny pattern pants, huge ass pattern shirt in a different fucking pattern and in a different color, and then you got like bangles up to your fucking neck through your arms, and sunglasses that don't even match. What do you mean? Is the aesthetic hurting my eyeballs? Is the aesthetic the 1990s carpet that we used to walk on at the roller skating rink? Because it still isn't eating and it's still not good. Like, I don't understand. You have perfectly fine outfits that you could choose from, even from fast fashion, even though we really don't like fast fashion. You can still pick fairly decent, you know, tops and bottoms. And yet here we are in the year of our wizard Lord and Savior 2026. And you're walking around like a disgruntled
What also tickles me is that they say that
he's tripping, don't worry about it. He's gaining knowledge.
They say that millennials in particular, because they mainly focus on millennials, and you know, Gen Z kind of gets under the radar with this one. But like they say millennials in particular are cringy, but I was just sitting here like, y'all gotta realize that millennials were promised that the life was going to get better, and they were going to be able to get houses. They were going to be able to get all this and that, and then they did not, and they just,
RJ,
you know, they dealt with it. So they said, you know what? If I'm not going to be here for a long time, I'm going to be here for a good time.
At the end of this day, we gotta end it.
YOLO came from.
Got it.
You know, and they're like, well, y'all didn't really.
Motherfucker.
We
What the fuck do you mean? We didn't go through a lot. Okay, let's just for a little time being, right? Let's think about this. We went through, let's see, the 90s. So we had a war back in that era. We had the 2008 stock or housing crisis. We had the, we had the Twin Towers in the Pentagon. And then we had like another big recession, or a mini recession. Yeah. We were promised so much, and then we were like, okay, we did everything right. They're like, psh, psh, psh. Nah, you're not getting it now. And it's like, we've had to live through so much grief. Like, I feel like millennials is essentially why did you do that? I feel like millennials' essential emotion is grief. Like, that is our biggest thing that we deal with on an almost daily basis, is that we just have a lot of unmitigated gall for grief. Right. It's like we aren't just grieving over like our own losses. Not like we aren't, obviously, because like you have your losses in your family, you know, I have mine, so on and so forth. But we're also grieving the loss of not only that, but like the childhoods that we used to have, which like Gen Z is kind of sort of in that grieving stage as well, but they aren't as thick in it as we are, because we got to be, you know, we literally got to be outside. We got to come home when the lights came on, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, switched, and now we couldn't go outside, we couldn't step anywhere without, like, parental supervision. Granted, it was a little bit less so. And then Gen Z got a great taste of that when the 2020 Ponder Replay hit, and they couldn't go outside, period, at all. Well, neither could we. We were fucking there, too. So, like, that... For us, the grief was still there, but it was a different type of grief. Like, it's a grief we faced before. Same thing with, like, airplanes. TSA didn't exist. I remember not going on the airplane and not having to pass through it, and then all of a sudden, now we have these bigger TSA blocks that take forever, and I'm sitting there as a kid real confused because we didn't have this before. Like, before it was just like, do you have any weapons on you? No, go for it. And now it's like, we need everything out of your bag now. So, like, there's...
I didn't get on an airplane until 2007.
Yeah, because I was...
Yeah, like, you could even see that in Hallmark movies. Like, you
right.
didn't have that until after.
Yeah, no, both of my parents were in the medical field, so they had to attend a lot of meetings and big venue stuff as like a part of their credentials to get reinstated for their licensure. So we had to go on quote unquote vacations. For them it was like a work vacation that they could write off. But I just went with because, you know, you can't really leave a child at home. I was baby age up to about like 3 or 4 when that was happening. Yeah, this is before her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're 9. We are 9 years apart.
Much between me and mine. Yeah, there was not really much between me and Boo Boo.
Mine is 3 years apart.
Mine is...
Yeah, we're all older siblings.
1.
Well, okay, the difference between your older siblings and me older sibling is that I asked for my sibling.
I was excited for mine.
I asked my mom and dad for a sibling.
I didn't know mine was happening. Now, my brother, that's a 25.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know that was happening either.
Hit you, that hit everybody like a freight train.
Like, oh, hey,
What?
you're gonna have a new sibling. What? We've barely recovered from my aunt having hers when she was 40. And now we're about to have another one. And we're like, what?
Excuse me?
What did you say?
Right, exactly.
Let me rephrase that.
That's why I said that's why it's scary, because you can have one at any time as long as you have the right things going on.
Surprise!
Surprise, surprise. Yep. I was gonna say, I think
At least they weren't as strenuous, vigorous as my grandma's my grandma's.
Oh yeah, 23.
I was just like, get off. Yes, 23 children, get off her. Stay off him.
Sleep in separate beds, damn it.
Look, they was probably in the Goonies.
My granny dude had 5 girls.
The green one, RJ. The green one.
16? She was almost 17 when mom was born.
Like, I can't express enough how bad I was just like, get off her. Why would you? Why would you do that? Why would you have that many? Good Lord.
People think it's funny when they look at mom and her sisters and they're like, oh, are they look at mom's oldest sister. Oh, is that your mom?
I mean, my grandma was the youngest of her siblings, and her most recent sibling, like, in age, was 22 when she was born. So, it can happen. Her mom was in her 60s when she had my grandma. So, like, never say, ladies, people with uteruses, never say that you will never have a child at an old age, because if it happens, it happens. It can happen. It will happen. You know who can't have children when they're older? The people who have balls, because their sperm actually doesn't last that long. It does have a shelf life, and that shelf life is very limited. I think once it hits 30, it declines rapidly.
Actually, sometimes it's not the case because
It's not that it declines, the quality of it declines.
Because, last year there was a man that had died. He lived in Virginia. His grandfather was the 10th president of the United States.
What does that have to do with sperm quality declination?
Because I mean, if it's a man, it didn't really decline.
I mean, the quality declines. The amount and the fact that you can still have children from it doesn't, though.
Like, the quality means, like, you can have, like, deformities, like, are more likely to happen.
You'll probably have a lot more miscarriages. You'll have a lot more problems in pregnancy.
Why she get in your 40s?
Yeah, it's called Women Didn't Really Have a Right. Well, that's okay, because we have to end it. We are pretty much at time, if not a little over, so...